Two reporters were talking with each other during the Iraq War, one embedded with the Army and the other with the Marines. The reporter with the Army noted that the sandstorm had blown down many of the soldiers' cots. The other reporter countered that the Marines did not have that problem because they slept on the ground. Marines learn to live with what we carry on our backs. We expect to be moved about the battlefield via our 2 leather Cadillacs. And if we're lucky, we'll hitch a ride with an Amtrak, a truck with motor T, or a Hilo, but it's certainly not expected. When the other services talk about quality of life, they're referring to housing, clubs, and food. Marines are talking about better weapons, equipment, and training, because winning the battle and coming home alive is quality of life. The Marine Corps is the only branch of the U.S. Armed Forces that recruits people specifically to fight. The Army emphasizes personal development. The Navy promises fun. Let the journey begin. The Air Force offers security. It's a great way of life. Even the thematic music of the services reflects this evasion. The Army's caisson song describes a pleasant outing, a pleasant country outing over hill and dale, lacking only a picnic basket. Anchors away, the Navy's celebration of the joys of sailing could have been penned by Jimmy Buffett. The Air Force song is a lyric poem of blue skies and engine thrust. All is joyful and invigorating and safe. There are no landmines in the dales nor snipers behind the hills. No submarines or cruise missiles threaten the ocean jaunt. No bandits are lurking in the wild blue yonder. Yonder. The Marines' hymn, by contrast, is all combat. We fight our country's battles. First to fight for right and freedom. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. You joined the Corps to go to war. Stop a soldier on the street and ask him to name a battle of World War I. Pick a sailor at random to describe the epic fight of the Bonhomme Richard. Everyone has heard of McGuire Air Force Base. So ask any airman who Major Thomas McGuire was and why he is so commemorated. All of the services have glorious traditions, but no one teaches the young soldier, sailor, or airman what his uniform means and why he should be proud of it. But ask a Marine, ask a devil dog about World War I, and you will hear of the wheat fields and later battlefields at Bella Wood. Faced with an enemy of superior numbers, entrenched in tangled forest undergrowth, the Marines received an order to attack, and they did so with vigor and enthusiasm. It was insane. Artillery was absent, and air support had not yet been invented. So the brigade charged German machine guns with only bayonets, grenades, and our indomitable fighting spirit. Admiral Nimitz had it right when he said of Iwo Jima and our Marines that uncommon valor was a common virtue. So hard chargers, killers, gyrenes, warriors, leathernecks. Again. All right, I got you. I like it, but if you work with me, I'll get you a head call in about 2 minutes. There is nothing in a Marine's uniform to indicate what he or she does, nor what unit the Marine belongs to. You cannot tell by looking at a Marine whether you're seeing a truck driver, a radio man, an administrator, a cook, a postal clerk, a tanker, combat engineer, embark, or aviation operations specialist. Every Marine is a rifleman, first and foremost. Or even a 20-plus year career without ever seeing action. But if the word is given, you will charge across a wheat field, or rice paddies, or snow, or black sandy beaches. Whether a Marine has been schooled in automated supply, automated mechanics, generators, or aviation electronics is immaterial. Our pride is in our marksmanship, our map, our discipline, our great attitude, our physical fitness, our courage, and our esprit de corps. CLR 3 consists of 2 battalions, you know this. They also consist, the headquarters portion of it, the regimental headquarters, consists of 2 companies. They consist of headquarters companies, and they include the General Support Motor Transport Company. Deployed to Afghanistan, over 185. CLB-3 from Hawaii is in direct support of Regimental Combat E-1, and they represent you very, very well. We are very fortunate to have the opportunity to live and work in Okinawa, a land of endless beauty and loving people. This year marks our 50th anniversary of the Security and Cooperation Treaty with Japan. The Marines and sailors of Combat Logistics Regiment 3 do so much for the Marine Logistics Group, the MEF, our Corps, and our great nation. And I thank you for your many, many contributions and great efforts. For all the great things you do, please give yourselves a round of applause. I love that too. I love so many different things about the Corps. Our Corps, my Corps, your Corps. And I'm going to mention just a few, and we're going to wrap this up because I'm ready to boogie woogie. I love the way Marine leaders invent, mutilate, misuse, and abuse the English language. In my early years, I came up with the word awesomenity to describe someone who oozes with awesomeness. Example, Major Wild Bill Babcock oozed with awesomenity while working as the XO at CLB-15. Now, just recently, a senior sergeant major buddy of mine in an email stated the following: "Warriors, ensure our Marines are in the proper uniform. I am baffled, perplexed, bewildered, vexed, and now going to the highest level of pissivity." Pissivity is a Marine leadership word. That's right. Ever wonder why the Marines don't have a football team like the Army, Navy, and the Air Force? We're here to protect the country, not a quarterback. How about the recruiting poster a few years ago that says, "We promise you sleep deprivation, mental torment, and muscles so sore you'll puke, but we don't like to sugarcoat things." One of my favorite quotes is by our CENTCOM commander, General Mattis. While talking with tribal leaders during the Iraqi invasion in 2003, he said, "I come in peace. I did not bring artillery, but I am pleading with you, with tears in my eyes. If you beef with me, I will kill you all." Eleanor Roosevelt once said that in order to be a successful speaker, you must be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Thus, my closing. anonymous Canadian citizen once said, "Marines are about the most peculiar breed of human beings I have ever witnessed. They treat their service as if it were some kind of cult, plastering your emblem on almost everything they own, making themselves up to look like insane fanatics. Worshipping their commandant almost as if he were a god, and making weird animal noises like a band of savages. They'll fight like rabid dogs at the drop of a hat just for the sake of a little action. And are the cockiest warriors I have ever known. Most have the foulest mouths and drink well beyond man's normal limits. But their brotherhood sets them apart. And generally speaking, the United States Marines I have come in contact with are the most professional soldiers and the finest men and women I have ever had the pleasure to meet. Happy birthday!